This is a package of rosemary tea bags. I was sent this to review for free. If you wanted to purchase it, it would cost you $9. I have not been paid for my review, so my opinions remain my own. So according to the back here, these are manufactured in Vietnam. They're imported by TOG99, and they have included a little bamboo tong to pull them out of your cup once you're done with them. And essentially there is 100% rosemary in here. So the only ingredient is rosemary. They've just ground it down, put it into a biodegradable tea bag, and so you can steep tea in it. This is a sprig of rosemary I clipped from my garden. There's also a Desica drying bag in here. So we're going to try one of these out in a cup of water. So while we're waiting for the water to boil, I will read the back of the package here. It says there's no herbicides, no pesticides used in growing the rosemary, biodegradable tea bags, store in a cool, dry place. It contains a desiccant packet. Don't eat the desiccant packet or brew tea from it. It's manufactured by Fresh Drink US Co. Limited in Vietnam, distributed by TOG99, and that's about what it says here. So for 20 tea bags at $9, that's 45 cents a tea bag approximately, and you're paying them to dry and grind the rosemary and put it in a nice little bag for you. All right, it says approximately 8 fluid ounces, which is about what these cups hold. And it says to steep for 3 to 5 minutes. I'm going to go for 5 minutes. I'm also putting this as a control into the other cup. All right, 2 minutes into the steeping process, this water here is noticeably greener, or kind of a yellowish green. Not much happening over here, obviously. The tea bag does float, which removes a lot of my questions about the length of the bamboo little tongs here to get it out. All right, so that's been 5 minutes. I was going to leave these both in here to steep the same amount of time, but just judging by the color of the tea here, it's not really at all a fair comparison. So grinding these guys down, getting a lot of surface area definitely means it transfers more to the water. So I'm just going to put this aside. It is just barely slightly less clear. I'm just going to let it seep there for a long time. I'm going to let this guy sit a little while so I don't burn my tongue when I taste it. All right, I've been letting this sit to cool down a bit, and so now we're down to less than 130 Fahrenheit, so I probably will hopefully not burn my mouth. This guy's had the rosemary in it, and it has a little bit of color change, but you can see here that obviously grinding the tea into tea consistency makes this steep in just 5 minutes. So let me give this a shot. They say add your favorite sugar. We're going to try it plain first. So it definitely tastes like rosemary. Despite the color of the tea, it is not an overwhelming flavor. It's a very mild rosemary flavor. It's definitely stronger than just dropping a sprig of rosemary in. I can, however, detect rosemary here. This rosemary obviously is fresher because I just cut it, whereas this has been dried. But there's definitely a lot more rosemary taste here than just having a sprig in there. It's a very mild taste. Sugar makes it sweeter, doesn't really change the taste. So it's very inoffensive in my opinion. I believe this might be the first time I've tasted rosemary tea. It's not something I'm like, oh man, that's really great, but it's also not at all objectionable. So if you like herb teas and you like rosemary, this is a nice tea bag to get a rosemary tea.